Salutations, citizens of Gielnor, and welcome to my quick guide on the Knight's Sword. We're here in Faldor at the White Knight's Castle, which is right here in the middle. We're going to talk to the Squire to get us started. We're going to choose options 1, 2, 1, 1. How is life as a Squire? Well, he's a pretty good guy to work for. However, I'm going to spot a spot of trouble today. I've gone and lost his sword. I could make a new sword if you'd like. Oh, thanks for the offer. I'd be surprised if you could, though. The thing is, the sword is a family heirloom. It's been passed down from the family for 5 generations. It was originally made by the Incandito elves, who were a particularly skilled tribe of dwarven smiths. I doubt anyone can make the style that they do. Well, would these dwarves make another? Not 100% sure if they still exist anymore. I would think that Raldo, the palace librarian in Barak, will know. He's done a lot of research on the races in Gielnor. I don't suppose you could try and track down them for me? I've got so much work to do. Yeah, I'll give it a go. Oh, thank you very much. As I say, the best place to start would be with Raldo. So we're going to go all the way back to the Barak Palace. He's going to be right here, and he's going to give us a book. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, we're here in the Barak Palace. We're going to go all the way to the back to the Palace Library and talk to Raldo. Now, what you're going to ask him is going to be dependent on if you started Shield of Avaroth yet or not. I have not on this account, so we're going to choose option number 4. If you have, you're going to choose option number 3. We're going to talk about the Dwarves. Ah, yes. For a few hundred years, they were the world's most skilled smiths. They used secret smithing knowledge passed down from generation to generation. Unfortunately, about a century ago, the once thriving race was wiped out during the barbarian invasions of the time. So are there any left? I believe a few of them survived, but the bulk of the population was destroyed. And they tend to keep to themselves. They tend not to tell people they're descendants of the Incanditos, which is why people think the tribe's extinct. However, you could try taking them some red berry pie. They really like red berry pie. I believe I remember a couple living in Asgarnia near the cliffs. So, Asgarnia, which is going to be underneath Faldor Port Serene area, is right here. In fact, that's where we're headed. If you have the fairy rings unlocked, you're going to go for fairy ring AIQ. If you do not, you're just going to have to run from Port Serene. Alright, we're under Port Serene. We're going to go on the far left-hand side of this little alcove, so that way we can get to that anvil. That's our goal. And once here, we're going to find Thurgo. We're going to talk to him. Are you a dwarf? I need a special sword. Don't talk about that thing anymore. I'm getting old. Would you like a red berry pie? Ooh. I can never say no to some red berry pie. We love them. They're great. He hand it over. He eats it. And he pats his stomach. Oh, by goodness, that was a great pie. Anyone who makes a pie like that has got to be alright. Can you make a special sword for me now? Well, after bringing me my favorite food, I guess I should give that a go for you. What type of sword is it? It's one that was given from you guys to a knight. He had it passed down for 5 generations and his squire lost it, so we need an identical one to replace it. Knight sword, huh? Well, I need to know exactly how it looked before I can make a new one. All the Faldornian knights used to have swords that with unique designs according to their position. Can you bring me a picture or something? I'll go ask the Squire, see if I can find one. Alright, now we're going to go back to the White Knight's castle and see if we can get a copy of the picture of that sword. Alright, back at Faldor's castle, let's talk to the Squire. How are you getting on with the sword? I found the dwarves, but I need a picture of the sword. A picture. The only one I can think of is a small portrait of his father. Keeps it in the cupboard in his room, I think. I'll try to give it a go then. Please don't let him catch you. He mustn't know what happened. So the hardest part of this is just making sure you get in the room without the knight knowing and get the picture. He can't be in the room or be facing the room. He has to have his back turned. If you can't get him faced that way, all you have to do is world hop and you'll be good to go. Alright, so he's not in his room yet, so let's see if we can sneak in past him. Close the door behind us so he doesn't come in, and open the cupboard. Search the cupboard. Small portrait, you can take it. Shut it behind you. And you can come on out safely now. And back on down. We're going to go back to Thurgo. Keep in mind, you can get a copy of this sword for yourself if you really do want it. You have to go in ahead of time with 2 extra iron bars to do this. You're going to do what's called a drop, then pick up after you talk to Thurgo to get the sword. It's fairly easy. It's not really a necessary, it's more of a fashionscape than anything, but if you want to get it, you can. I also advise that you get an extra blue right while you're getting the stuff for the sword, because you will need it for the Faldor Diaries. Very easy to do when you're already down there. You don't have to make an extra trip. You will have to do a lot of running, so I'm going to conserve mine. I will see you guys at Thurgo. Alright, we're back at Thurgo's, and we're going to talk to him again. And he's going to get a copy of that picture and tell us that we need to get some blue-right. It's going to tell us there's some powerful ice giants blocking it, but we should be okay. As long as you have your run energy fairly full, you should be okay. We're going to go down here, go through the pirates and the hobgoblins, and one of these locations is going to have what we need. If you want to get one of the swords for yourself, I recommend getting 3 blue-right. The third one, like I said, you are going to need for the Faldor Diaries. If you just want to get this one for the sword, that's up to you. But you're already down here, might as well get as much as you can, right? Don't worry about the pirates or the hobgoblins, it's the ice giants you want to watch out for. Alright, right about where this ice starts, you want to put on your run energy and avoid these guys. Now, there are a few safe spots you can go for this. But in all honesty, as long as you're pretty fast, you should be okay. I don't want to copy for myself, but I do want to get that extra blue right for the diaries. Alright, we're gonna run out of here and hopefully not die. Oh, too late. Alright, now that we've run back here to Tolgo, we're gonna talk to him and he's gonna make us our sword. We're gonna take that back to the Squire. Alright, thank you very much. Alright, so now that we've talked to Thurgo, we're almost done with this quest. We have our sword. We're going to head on up to Faldor and we're going to turn this in real quick. As previously mentioned, if you wanted to get a secondary sword for yourself, what you can do is you can drop it, talk to Thurgo again, say you need another sword. He'll make another one for you, and then you can keep that secondary sword after you talk to the Squire. Back at the White Knight's castle, we're going to talk to the Squire and give him the sword. He's going to be eternally grateful. Or at least we can hope. Oh, thank you. You give the sword to the Squire. Congratulations! 1 quest point and just shy of 13,000 smithing experience. Woohoo! Have fun. Happy grinds, Gielnor.